Hey everybody, it's Miss A and I'm here with a writing video to recap what we did in class. Today we wrote about, we had to write our paragraphs for our brochure, and I focused on writing a paragraph on one of my challenges. So the requirements for each of the paragraphs, because with brochures, they have to be very, you're limited on space, as you can see, so they have to be to the point. We do have to give the information we need to give, but we have to keep it to a limited capacity. So we're going to talk about the requirements. First things first is there has to be 2 sources listed within each paragraph. So 2 sources. So for example, our sources were national parks, that was source 1. Source 2 was the Yosemite. And source number 3 is park rangers. So those are our 3 sources. You had to have 2 in each writing. You needed to have 2 distinct sets of specific details. All right, 2 sets of specific details. We focused on that during our personal narrative writing. You have to have 1 commas in a series. You must have a main idea statement. Main idea statement. It must contain the word benefit or challenge because that meets our performance task, benefit or challenge. And the topic that we are writing about is national parks, so that those words need to definitely be within your writing. So that's the first thing we talked about, were the requirements for the writing. So now I'm sitting and I'm thinking about challenges. And I know that maybe each article didn't say the exact same thing, but I can definitely connect some different things. So I want to talk, I remember I had one that talked about traffic. I'm going to connect it with traffic. And I'm connecting the traffic with the bunch of people that go to these parks and the air pollution. So I'm going to start off here. A huge challenge for the national park system, the national, and I don't write past this line, park system can be contributed to people, comma, more specifically, traffic, period. All right, more specific to traffic, national parks have hundreds of thousands possibly even millions of visitors annually, period. And I'm going to put parentheses, that came from that article, National Parks. And you see how I put my citing of my source in parentheses, National Parks. How do you think all these people get to the parks? Question mark. Oh, you know, I think I want to change that. Instead of get to the parks, I'm going to put wonderful landmarks. They used that really good word, landmarks, in the text, and I want to make sure I have it in there. How do they get to these wonderful landmarks? Okay. Oh, I can put my commas in. Cars. Oops, I put car. Cars. Buses. Vans. And even airplanes. Even airplanes. That's right. That's right. That's right. They come in these pollution vessels daily. Period. Air pollution is a significant hindrance, H-I-N-D-E-R-E, hindrance to the park system. Period. Parentheses, that came from the article Park Rangers. So I'm going to put that in parentheses, Park Rangers. And air pollution can lead us to an even bigger challenge to correct, global warming. Period. Just another way humans affect these wonderful, I already used the word wonderful, these magnificent, well, I'm not sure, so I'm going to circle that, magnificent treasures. Period. All right, so now I'm going to go back and I'm going to proofread what I have, make sure that I like everything, make sure that I went through and do my checklist of all my requirements. A huge challenge for the national park system can be contributed to people, more specifically traffic. National parks have hundreds of thousands, possibly even millions of visitors annually. How do you think all these people get to these wonderful landmarks? Cars, buses, vans, and even airplanes. That's right. They come in these pollution vessels daily. Air pollution is a significant hindrance to the park system, and air pollution caused by running vehicles, CHLES, running vehicles, can lead us to an even bigger challenge to correct, global warming. Just another way humans affect these magnificent treasures. All right, so I'm going to go through. I need to make sure I have two sources. So I definitely have my two sources. I've got national parks up here, and I've got park rangers here. Do I have two specific details? Well, I talk about hundreds of thousands, even millions of visitors annually, so that's a specific detail. And I also talk about the specific type of vehicles. And I also talk about specifically about global warming and about air pollution, which are specifics to challenges. All right. I need to make sure that I have commas in a series. I do have commas in a series when I talk about the different types of transportation. My main idea sentence. Well, my main idea sentence is talking about traffic, so I have that. And I do talk about the word challenge, and I talk about the national park system. So I have met all the requirements. This was the assignment that we worked on in class. There needs to be 2 of these written. So for your 2 challenges or your 2 benefits, and then tomorrow we'll work on the opposite. So if today you worked on benefits, we'll work on challenges and vice versa. Hope this video helps. Thanks for watching.